Hi, everybody. We're doing something a little different today, and we actually have a guest. We have the CEO and founder of Elevate Ropes here, Geraldo. Welcome.
Hey, glad to be here, man. Thank you for the invite.
Thank you for coming. So I just have a few questions for you. We're gonna rattle them off. They're gonna be mostly jump rope related. Some just gonna be health related, and we're just gonna go from there.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
So the first question is, how did you get started jumping rope?
So actually, was a few years back. It was in 2019, um, and I was about 15 kilos heavier than I am currently, and I wanted to lose weight. This is when a friend told me, because I wasn't really feeling myself at all, not physically, not mentally. And a friend told me, like, maybe you should try to jump rope. And I was like, you know what? I'll just give it a try and see what happens. And I liked it, or at least first time I picked it up, I didn't like it at all because I was really bad at it. But
Yeah.
then, like being able to go from one or two jumps to five jumps to 10 jumps to 50 jumps, like all these mini achievements, kind of looking back now, kind of fueled my confidence in a way that was very positive for me. So that made me want to keep coming back. Um, and then I was like, okay, uh, I'm really starting to get the hang of it. I started learning some footwork and starting to search for some stuff online for people that were already jumping rope. And then I saw that there was a wall community, um, mainly coming from the US and the UK, because here in the Netherlands, it wasn't the thing at all. So this is why I went online to search for others that were doing the same and were better than me so I could learn from them. Then I started learning some tricks and yeah, that's when I rolled into the jump rope community, so to say. Yeah, the story goes on from there, but I just pause here or else I just keep talking.
Okay. Yeah. So what made you start like your own jump rope company? That's really interesting. Like most people just start jumping, but you started a real company.
Yeah, exactly. So, good question. So now I can continue the story. So basically, when I went online and I was searching for other people that were also jumping rope, I saw that I got in contact with a lot of people through Instagram that were facing the same difficulties as I were facing, which was that they were beginners just starting out, didn't really feel like they belonged anywhere, didn't really have somebody in their direct environment to share their excitement of unlocking a new jump rope trick with. Um, so they were also looking for people that were doing the same stuff as they were doing because it's kind of niche. And I found that, like me, searching for other people online, there were quite a lot of people searching for community online. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to create a DM group. Just going to everybody that I'm in contact with. I'm going to throw them in there. At that time, it were maybe 10 people or something, where I was frequently um, speaking to, sharing tricks with. And I was like, you know what? Let's build a nice little community. And if we have anything jump rope related, questions, unlocks, new tricks, ideas, tips, tutorials, um, can drop it in this group, maybe keep each other accountable, etc. And the energy in the group was really positive because we finally like had a so-called place to come home and geek out about jump rope basically, which is what we were missing, which is why we were online searching for other people doing the same stuff that you were doing. So it was a really, really good vibe. And a few months in, this small little group started with five people, then became 10 people. And from there, it started growing and growing and growing up until like 30 people, 35 people. And I got better and better and better in jump rope as well. And the community was slowly growing. And at that point, people started asking me like, okay, what kind of jump ropes do you use? Do you give tutorials? Do you have tips for this? Do you give workouts? Do you give personal training sessions? So all this all these people ask me all these questions. I was like, you know what? If people want this, why not create it? So I asked them, like, I do not sell jump ropes, but how do you guys feel about if we create a company from this little community that we have? And at that time, we called that little community the Elevate family because we were also always uplifting each other to elevate and do that next level, that next version, next best version of yourself. um, and there were so much uplifting vibes always. So this is why we call it the Elevate family. And from
Okay.
there, I was like, okay, cool, sure, let's try it. Like, why not? I had some previous business experience, so I knew how to set up a business. I knew some marketing stuff because I always also have a marketing agency. So I was like, you know what? Why not? Let's try it. Um, and I was like, I'm going to purchase some jump ropes, slap a name on it, and I'm going to give you guys some jump ropes, and then we're going to start jumping and make this brand, not knowing where it would go. But I just tried it, and because we had the Elevate family, like the name Elevate Rope was the perfect name at that stage because it really um summarized the energy that we brought to the group, to each other, like that, and that energy of lifting each other up to the next level. So then the Elevate family, it was a thing. Elevate Rope came, and then the first few months, basically. Um, no, let's pause there. This is how the company started.
All right. Yeah. A lot of passion here. A lot of passion.
Yes, exactly.
That's really cool. I was actually going to ask you, how did you get the name Elevate, but you answered my question already.
Yeah.
So the next thing is, how do you stay motivated and challenge yourself? Because you've been jumping for a long time now. Like, how do you actually stay motivated?
Yeah, good question. So it's kind of, it's a lot, to be honest. Like, first things first, I think first and foremost, I like it. So that's a big thing. I like to do it. I love to plug in my headphones and jump rope. Like, sports for me has always been a good way, like a coping mechanism. It's a great way for me to release stress. And I noticed this starting from when I was little, growing up into puberty. I quit sports a few times in my life, and all the times in my life that I quit sports were the worst times of my life. Got
Yeah.
depressed, like got to really low um ends, like, and then when I started sports again, like I was myself again. So that's one thing. Secondly, I work a lot on um personal development. I do a lot of podcast listening. Um, I listen to a lot of books. I have this app where I listen summaries of books because I'm not a great reader, to be honest, but I can listen. Um, and I do a lot to keep my mind sharp throughout the day. And throughout the years, get I've gotten used to doing things that I don't necessarily want to do if they're in line with my goals. So whether that's working out, like I like my workout, so that's not a big thing for me. But for example, um, I don't necessarily like to work every day, or sometimes I also do quite hard workouts, like running outside at 6 a.m. in the morning when it's freezing here. Like, I don't like doing that, but I also do stuff like this. And because I've been doing some harder stuff throughout the years and got used to doing the hard stuff by doing them, basically by going through the pain and just keep doing them. Um, I kind of trained my brain not to dislike the things as much that I dislike, if that makes sense. Um, So yeah, just keep doing it, keep pouring positive things into your mind. Um, Listen to smart people and do it often and keep pushing forward, basically.
Yep. That's basically what I do. I don't like going out and running and doing the lifting all the time, but I definitely make my way down to the gym because I
Yeah,
know I
exactly.
have to.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. When you have to do something, um, you just have to do it. And you have to go through the pain. And the more often you go through the pain, the easier it gets, in my opinion. And it doesn't get easier, you get stronger. And now when somebody asks me, like, how do you do it? The easiest answer is I just created habits around the things that I know are in line with my goal and that I don't necessarily like, but I know that they will get me to the next level. And that's the biggest win, I think, like in everything that I've done for myself.
All right, so here's the question. It's not on my script, but it's a question I know I get often. What's your current routine?
Um, so in the morning when I wake up, you mean?
Yeah, like how do you work
Okay.
out, get your day started, and everything?
So I have a few different routines for different days, but there goes the camera. Um, but let's start with Monday. So on Monday, I wake up at 5:30 a.m. Um, then I go and take a shower. I go after the shower. I generally do 2 minutes hot shower, then 1 minute cold, like freezing cold get me started for the day and has a lot of other benefits. And after this, I do 5 to 10 minutes of mindfulness work. That's either meditation or breath work. And then the day gets started. I go throughout the day, and in the evening, throughout the day, I generally record a YouTube video. This is a jump rope workout, um, and all the other CEO stuff like a lot of stuff goes throughout the day. And then after work, before I go home, I go to the gym and I do 1 hour of kettlebell training, um, like really, really heavy training, because this really pushes me out of my comfort zone. And I
Yeah.
follow a program for this. Um, and that's done on Mondays. On the Tuesday, and that's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Then on Tuesdays and Thursday, the schedule is a little bit different because when I wake up, the first thing I do is I go for a run. I do a 5K run. Then the same, that's like 6 a.m. in the morning, 5K run. Then the same shower, 2 minute hot, 1 minute cold. Then the mindfulness work. And then I go to work. And I gotta say, during um, my bathroom time, so after the cold minute shower, I also listen to podcasts. This is like or not my podcast, but an audiobook from an app, Headway app. It's like 10 minutes, and every day I listen to at least one, and then I take the mindfulness moment of 10 minutes, and then I go to work afterwards. So,
Oh,
so yeah, that's my schedule. And the weekend's a little bit different, but I do a lot of content work in the weekend, and I, yeah, it's just a little bit. I do work, but it's a little bit more freestyling in the weekend. That's fair to say.
makes sense. Makes sense. And nutrition, because I know everybody's gonna ask, what do you eat?
Yeah. So um, I eat mainly vegetables and meat and things that are high protein. I try to skip carbs like bread, rice, and like the heavy carbs like bread, rice, pasta, and stuff. I try to avoid those. Generally, I do intermittent fasting as well, so I eat like after 2:30 p.m. This is my first meal, and then I eat Greek yogurt with a little bit of honey, um, the chia seeds, and 3 eggs, a banana, an orange, and some dates. Yeah, I think they're called dates in English. Three of them, and that's what I eat, and then a shake. That's what I eat in the afternoon. It gets me quite full. And then in the evening, I ate like 500 grams of vegetables and like 250 grams of meat, whether it's red meat or chicken, any meat basically. And then also a shake. That's it. That's what I eat on a daily basis. And then if I feel like I want to snack, I could, because I have space in that in the uh in my in my calories. I always have space for that. Um, but it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen a lot, just sometimes.
So you
And
doing like a
then
calorie count thing?
so I did that. I did it a long time ago, like at the start of creating my meal plan. I did a calorie counting. And I know with my body type, I have a body type, I gain weight a lot. So I know exactly what to eat to stay in shape like how I am now. Um, and at the beginning, I counted the calories because I wanted to know like how much can I take from everything to stay like I am. So I counted them and then I weighed everything. And then I did it a few weeks, and after these 3 weeks, I knew exactly like, okay, I can take so much of this, so much of this, so much of that. So this is when I don't that at that moment I didn't need to count the calories anymore because I know in my head the portions that I can take to be able to be safe, basically.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, makes sense. Mm. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how to eat and work out like a CEO. So, what advice would you give to somebody new to jumping rope?
um, Follow my channel. No, 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 no. So, first things first, I would learn the basics from a channel that has the basics lined out properly, whether that's mine or yours or somebody else's channel. Um, because learning the basics, and with basics, I mean the way, what jump ropes to use, the length of your jump rope, um, the way how to skip using your wrists instead of your arms, basic techniques like a boxer skip, side swing, like things like that, will get you a long way. Learn those first in a beginner tutorial series, um, and from there, slowly start and get it into your routine, whether that's through a program where you can follow along for it for like 25 days or a month, or on your own pace where you can do like do your own workouts. That doesn't matter, whatever works best for you. But starting with the basics and getting the basics down, um, that will bring so much fun because a lot of people they start jumping rope and they quit because they think I can't do it or I suck at this or I don't have the rhythm for it. But 9 out of 10 times, it's not because they suck at it. It's because they either are using a wrong jump rope that is just maybe a wire cable or goes too fast for them or anything like that, or a jump rope that isn't correctly sized to their length. So um, it makes it very hard for them to just jump over the rope for like 5 times. And then after they got this down, another thing when people quit is when they think like, okay, this is boring. And that's maybe because they only do a basic skip or a basic bounce and they keep doing it. And like 5 minutes, they're like, okay, I'm done. 5 minutes of basic bounce is just boring for me. Well, there's so much out there to learn, which makes it fun and versatile. One of the most versatile cardios out there. So, um, like really getting that knowledge or being aware of what's possible with a jump rope and then trying to learn the basics as fast as possible. That's the first tip that I would give them, definitely.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with everything you just said. Also, if you want to go check out my book, I have a whole list of how to get started jumping rope, where you should jump rope, and many other things. Check it out. It's in the links below. Um, What is your proudest achievement in your jump rope journey? Mine is writing my book, to be honest.
Mhm. So, my proudest achievement. Um, I set a Guinness World Record with jump rope, which
Oh,
is
cool.
yeah, this is something I'm quite proud of. Um, I'm thinking if that's the thing I'm most proud. No, I don't think that's the thing I'm most proud. I think the thing I'm most proud of is being able to create a community that's worldwide from people all over the world, and even to the point of being able to create events where people book tickets and fly over to that event to meet each other and jump rope in person and seeing that come to life, like that energy that we started to create 5 years ago in that DM group with the 10 people that we were like lifting each other up, seeing that take shape in reality. This is something that makes me most proud. Absolutely. So really seeing that community, building real connections with each other in real life, taking planes, flying to each other, seeing each other, like doing fun stuff, like really connecting on a deeper level, emotional level even. Um, because they've chosen to pick up a jump rope. So yeah, that's the thing I'm most proud of, the community building.
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty cool when people comment, yo, this is so good. You've inspired me to start jumping. That stuff is always cool. Like no matter what. I have a
Yeah, it's
relatively
amazing.
small channel and it's always cool when it's like people actually watch this stuff.
Yeah, it's nice. It's really nice. It's really nice. People telling you that you changed their life. So people that were really deep in, like that really needed a way, something that that they could do to get their mind out of the bad stuff that was happening. And for some people, it was jump rope. And now they are inspiring thousands of others to become a better version of themselves using a jump rope. And you were like the fire that, or the spark that ignited that fire. That like those things, that's no amount of money can give you that feeling, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely helped me during the pandemic because I need to find some way to work out. All the gyms was
Yeah,
closed.
exactly.
So before we get out of here, I have one more question. What's a fun fact that your followers might not know but they should know?
Um, mm, 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 mm. I have I have two kids. That's not really a fun. It's a fun fact, but it's not like a haha fun fact. I have two kids. I have a son of 12 and a daughter of 1.5. Um, nah, I don't share a lot of my private stuff online. So I don't think all of my followers know, but that's one thing. And I've been playing football my whole life until like I was oh, it's soccer in the USA, by the way. Until I was like, yeah, when I was 21 or something. A lot of people don't know that. They think I've been jumping rope all my life. Oh, and I've just been jumping rope for 5 years, by the way. Not longer than that.
Yeah, honestly, I've only been jumping rope since what, the pandemic. So
Yeah,
same.
exactly. Yeah.
I'll
So
say
those are three fun facts.
same boat. Do your kids jump rope?
Well, the oldest one knows how to. He's pretty good actually. He doesn't. I only he never does it to be honest. But he's pretty good. He can do some tricks, some freestyling, but he's not as locked in as me. But he's a good kickboxer, so he
Oh,
can do
cool.
whatever. Yeah, he can do whatever he like, of course. And I understand that not everything that I like. he's gonna like. But he's pretty good in jump rope. And the little one, he's he doesn't jump rope yet, but it won't take long anymore.
Oh yeah, all you gotta do is keep seeing you, and eventually, like I have a niece and nephew, and they start jumping just because they see me online.
Yeah, that's good. That's great. This one will definitely go jump rope as well. But she just learned how to walk like 6 months ago. So it might be a bit too soon.
She'll be jumping in no time. She'll be out jumping you.
Yeah, exactly.
So before we get out of here, is there anything else you want to say to people?
No, not really. If you're sitting on the fence, just start. Don't think you're not good enough. As I said, when I started, I couldn't do 5 jumps. Um, But because I kept going and kept trying, I started doing 10 jumps, 50 jumps, 100 jumps, 500 jumps. And I started finding people, started building a community, and now I have a worldwide company. And this all happened in 5 years. So um, never think you're not good enough because you are. And then always, you're just one decision away from maybe completely changing your life, whether that's with a jump rope or with anything else. Don't doubt yourself because you can do more than that you think you can. Yeah, that's the message.
I want to thank you for this interview, and I'm pretty sure my community will thank you too when they check this out. This is super cool meeting with a real life CEO of a jump rope company. As like a newish authored person.
Yeah, nice. I like it.
All right. And I want to thank everybody for watching today. And go check out his jump ropes. Go check out my book.
Yes, man. Thank you so much for having me. It was a blast. We'll keep in touch. I really like what you're doing. Keep spreading this positivity. Power to you, power to everybody in your community, and to great things in the future.
All right. Thank you, sir. And that's all we have for today. Make sure you like and subscribe. Peace.